Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are back at Fury, running Furier difficulty, and we're heading straight into the burst fight. Running speedrun mode so we can skip kind of the walk-betweens in each of the levels and just get right into it. Now, as you'll likely notice, I have skipped ahead about 20 minutes in the total timer, and once again, for the sake of not padding out these videos too long, I've elected to skip some of the losses that I had at the start of the fight, just because I actually, like, I think it was 2 or 3 attempts now, I got to just her desperation move, her final move when she's on her last bar of HP. Oops, well, that was unfortunate. I thought I was behind the wall. Anyway, I've my goodness, okay. I got to her desperation move, and her desperation move is genuinely difficult. It is very fast. There's a lot of things you have to dodge all at once, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. But the fight itself, I consistently beat every other phase, so I figure I don't really need to show that. So, some tricks that I've figured out to make the burst fight a little bit easier. First off, when she's doing her, like, running around the map and you're chasing her down, the most important thing to know is if you press your guard button, your character will face the direction that she currently is in. So you can use it to kind of, like, track her down even though you don't know exactly where she is. You're not gonna get to finish that line, ma'am. The other big thing worth noting is, you probably saw this when I streamed Fury and we were fighting the regular level, the original difficulty of the burst. When you get to the octagon that she is on, is it an octagon? I don't actually know. Maybe it's a hexagon. Hold on, I can count. Yeah, these are hexagons. Never mind. I should know that considering all the benzene I work with. Never mind. Chemistry lab fun aside. Basically, what you have to do is when you get to these little platforms that she actually fights you on, is let her shoot her shot that she's charging up first and hide behind a wall. If you try to attack her before she shoots it off, she will just run. And yes, there is a speedrun strat to kind of evade that sort of issue where you can still sneak an attack on her before she shoots her attack. But it is so much more consistent for the casual player if you don't chase her down. And I remember in my original playthrough,
that was a really good try, but not
I spent so much time chasing her down, and you can see it in the stream that I uploaded too. There's so much time just spent chasing this woman down because I don't understand that there's a very simple way to not have to do that, and it is inherently frustrating, but it's all with it. I mean, that's the nature of this game as a whole, is that you're learning mechanics. So here, see, I let her shoot the shot behind the wall, and then I'm able to hit her, and we can get her into her next phase.
No one said we had to play fair.
But okay, this mechanic here is really fun because all you have to do is run around all the walls. But I swear, she occasionally just gimmicks you and, like, hits you before you can get behind a wall, and it's like an instant shot. I think what happens is I, like, clip behind the wall and then I'm slightly at an angle that she can hit me through the wall. And that shot is a one-hit. It'll instant kill you, which is really, like, I think I've made my opinion on one-shot kills pretty clear. I hate them. I feel like they kind of...
You certainly live up to your reputation.
Like, if it's something that's extremely well telegraphed and overall easy to deal with, or, like, okay, maybe moderately difficult to deal with, that's fine. But if it's a really... I don't know. I mean, like, I guess I shouldn't complain. Like I said, that mechanic is actually very easy to deal with. I don't know. As a whole, I don't like bosses that heal themselves to full, and I don't like bosses that have one-shot mechanics, because it feels really punishing to make a single mistake sometimes. And it's just not fun to deal with that. You could have a really good fight and then just accidentally screw up something. Just screw up something base level, and then there goes the run. And it's just, and you have all that wasted time for one thing you could have avoided. Oh well.
You think you're smarter than them?
Like, I feel like one-shots could be interesting from a narrative standpoint if there's a reason for it to one-shot. But especially boss fights that have multiple one-shots, it just feels excessive and not fun to play against.
Come on, hit me with everything you
Overall, though, I don't think I genuinely don't feel like the burst is a terribly or the burst on Furier difficulty isn't a terribly difficult boss fight. It is exclusively her final phase that I find inherently really difficult, and it bumps her up significantly in terms of who I would consider one of the hardest bosses to be. I still think, well, we'll have to see. I haven't fought the Edge. I haven't fought the Flame yet. And certainly the Star is probably going to be a challenge since I had a challenge with the with her in the past too. But we're making pretty good time on her, I'd say overall. There we go, on to her last two phases.
Some rely on skill, some on luck. Fools, the lot of them.
I like that she has kind of this invisibility mechanic because she's still, like, the way they telegraph attacks is still very clear. So even if she's invisible, all it's stopping me from doing is reliably shooting her. And honestly, I could probably use the parry to target her again, like how I was, let's call it echolocating her during the earlier phases. I just really, I don't think, I don't want to risk not being able to parry her actual attack, so I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, I guess since I'm casually talking, I like randomly brought up chemistry. I mean, I think I talked about this a bit in the, well, probably several playthroughs, but definitely the Hollow Knight playthrough at the bare minimum. I actually have a history of teaching chemistry for a while, specifically organic chemistry. I took organic chemistry in undergrad, and it was hands down my favorite course. Not at the start, mind you. I almost failed. I failed my second exam, and I got like a 70-something on my first. But somehow, like that, it was kind of that called, I don't know what to describe it as, but kind of like that turning point in my undergrad career where I like failed a core science exam and was like, oh, I need to change how I'm approaching this because my current strategy isn't working. And it was pretty cool. Like I studied, I don't know if I should say it's cool, but I worked really hard to still manage an A in that course, despite failing an exam. And it wasn't the sort of thing where like your lowest exam grade was dropped. No, it was still factored into your grade.
Let's take this to the next level.
I think it was just a matter of I studied so hard that my final exam, I got, I think, like 1 or 2 points off of a perfect score because I was like eating, breathing, living organic chemistry. I was studying like 4 to 6 hours a day, just practice problems. So I was working really hard. Now, okay, so, oh my goodness, I might need to pause on the Orgo talk for a second because Kiwi, like this, do you see why I have so much difficulty with this? It is an insane challenge, and through all of it, you need to kite her lasers to hit these walls that are blocking, and you only have a set time limit. If she hits you with that laser, it's a one-shot. It is like a instant kill. There is avoiding it, of course, because you can get behind a wall. But you have a couple seconds at best to get behind those walls, so we'll see. I've been banging my head against her for almost half an hour now, so alright, let's try again. I don't know why I bother shooting, I kind of like it. Whenever I'm fighting these bosses, I have the right analog stick shooting, because it's usually how you can slip in a ton of damage, but it's completely unnecessary here. It's just a force of habit, I guess. Alright. See, one. All right, that's one wall. I forget how many lasers we need to block. I think it's like, it's at least 5. Knowing her, it's probably 6. But do you see how like tricky this is? The way I think about this is I have to think in like perpendicular angles to like the. That was the second shot. Like, I don't know if I should say perpendicular, but like, what would be like? Basically, I'm looking at the convex surface of these circles and aiming to like go.
Not good enough.
At, for lack of a better word, a right angle to, no, I don't know how to describe this. Basically, I'm just trying to dodge through all the circles, and I find that working in right angles from going up and down and left and right to be the easiest way for me to process this. But, alright, we're on our last life. Let's see if I can manage this. I'm starting to get the move, but it's so hard. This phase is just so tricky, because the waves are constantly pulsing away, you also have to reposition to not get too close to her, but also stay far enough away that you can kite out the lasers and have enough space to dodge everything. Alright, there we go. See, like, so that's what I'm kind of talking about. I'm mostly trying to dash forward and dash left and right, but, like, it's so hard to both do that while also managing her shot. I read a post that someone said like the devs intended this to be the easiest, one of the easier Furier fights, and I'm like, what the heck were the devs on? Because no, absolutely not. Oh god, I'm one hit away from death. Kiwi, I can do this. Oh, 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 we did it! We did it! Yes! Okay, oh, we're not over the hill yet. Okay, hold on.
I can't fail. This is
If she
my
melee
game.
attacks us, we're fine because I can parry that and I can heal. Okay. Give me a couple more. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay, we're back where we started. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, I can survive at least 1 hit from her now. Actually, I can survive at least 2 hits from her. That gives us a really good chance of beating her here. Like, this is kind of like what I was saying about the star. I much prefer bosses where I can actively parry. It's really satisfying to use the parry in this game. All right. A couple more hits. Ooh, okay. Same on her deal, I suppose. Good. Just keep healing. Okay, we're fine. There's no way she beats us now. We're way too healed up. All right. And there we go, Kiwi. The Burstier beat it. Okay. It only took 32 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. We're 2 hours into the speed run. It is what, approaching probably about 6 a.m. now. I'm still doing this nonsense to my sleep schedule. Where again, I'm going to continue to describe it as whoop. Oh goodness, he's fast. Oh my goodness, that was almost our entire HP bar. They ramped up his damage. Oh, okay. Not the strongest start.
Get back up.
I'm still doing the thing where I'm trying to take my sleep schedule and snap it over my knee, which is going absolutely well. I'm only a little bit loopy, but overall functional. It probably affects my timing a little bit, but I don't think it is doing that much to me. Oh goodness, man, you have like no window to attack here. Okay. Oh no, I dodged the wrong way.
Let it
All right.
out.
Mechanically, this is mostly similar to the original fight, but there's everything's faster and hits way harder. Like, he pretty much two-shots you. Like, yeah, exactly, right there. That was half my HP in 1 hit. Okay, that makes this a lot harder. I just need to learn his timing a little bit. Okay, he isn't slowing down his attacks just yet, but yeah, I'm 1 hit from death here. Okay, those probably should have hit me. Okay, so do I only get like 1 hit in? I think I probably get 1 hit at best in most instances.
I want nothing but your very best.
Oh no. Oop. Okay, Alright. Guess commentary might slow down a little bit here just because I am fighting an extremely difficult boss whose timing I need to learn. I am watching you, I swear. Well, at least we're back to full HP, which gives us or almost full HP, which means I can survive at least 1 hit. It's kind of sad that I have to specify, yeah, that being full HP means I can survive at least 1 hit. If he does his smaller melee hits, I guess it's technically like 3 or 4, but ouch. Ouch. Okay, 1 more hit. We've almost got him to his next phase. That's good. Yeah, if he keeps attacking this way, it'll give me a chance to heal, and I can parry him pretty reliably. This... darn it, I still have not mastered the close quarters combat dodging.
Excellence is a habit.
Because I know where I want to dodge. I very clearly know where I want to dodge, but I can't reliably get it like, there are some angles that just don't work, and then there are instances where the bosses have you, like, pinned against the... Their like, boss ring is pinned against the wall, so you have even less room to move than normal.
I want nothing but your very best.
Ooh, goodness. Alright, I can do this. Or not. I guess maybe talking about organic chemistry will zen me out a little bit.
Come on. Get back up.
So yeah, I really worked really hard to like pull myself back up in that course. And to the point where I like just gained such a fundamental understanding of the mechanics of organic chemistry, like the fundamental building blocks and the patterns, that by the end of my second semester, probably about halfway through my second semester, I was holding study groups for my friends where I was basically teaching them everything.
Watch me.
Or, well, maybe not teaching them everything, but reviewing everything. The way the course worked is we would have these, they called them recitations, where they would basically give us a bunch of practice problems that we would work through, and those practice problems would be very reflective of questions that would be oh my goodness, that would be potentially reflected on the exam. Of course, they also let us see past exams that we could practice off of as well. And so I would like review all these questions with them, and usually what that entailed was I would go to, oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm having such a trouble dodging his, oh, Oh my goodness. Well, the Edge is
He said it.
not a
Excellence
surprise, the most difficult boss again.
I will show you.
I timed that wrong. I was trying to get the charge up. Okay. Do we actually do damage for this? Oh, I lost. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness, Kiwi. This is rough. Well, a little banging of the head is fine. If I need to, I'll just cut out some of the fight. That's fine. I am losing a fair bit more than I would call ideal. But I will learn this guy's patterns, and I'm gonna take him out. You watch. It'll only take a little bit. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh boy. It really does. It is hard to do commentary against a boss fight that's very timing based, but I think I just need to maybe like reposition and then dodge, because I have enough time to reposition before he swings. So maybe that's the trick to dodging in the close quarters combat more effectively, is to just make sure that I reposition to a better dodge first. Okay, that seems to be working. I'm figuring him out piece by piece. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so I started holding these really intense study groups with my friends, where we would just spend like a good hour or two just going through all the problems from the recitation. And ooh, darn it.
Come on, get back up. You can't give up now.
Anyway, yeah, and I would spend so much time in office hours, and I went to this group tutoring thing that they had on campus. So yeah, I was working my tushy off to get those grades, but by the end of my first year of learning organic chemistry, I ended up enjoying it so much because I like just understood it on such a fundamental level that I signed up to be a TA, and I ended up getting the position, and I TA'd for, oh my goodness, Kiwi, this is rough.
He said it. Excellence is a
Okay, let's try one more time. I swear I'm getting this. Anyway, so I keep working on this, I swear. We're gonna beat him this episode. Again, I may have to skip a little bit, but I promise I'm beating him before I go to sleep. Not that I don't, I mean, I'm planning to go to sleep in like 6 hours from now, so that's fine. Maybe sooner than that, I don't know. But, alright. So, sorry, I'm doing my best. Okay.
I want nothing but you.
I am trying to give you my very best, I promise. Anyway, oh, yeah, see, like, that's an instance where it's really hard to dodge because he's, like, his safe spot was right up against the back of the wall, so there was barely any room to get there. Like, obviously there was, but, I don't know, it's just, Kiwi. This isn't going the way I wanted to. He is tough, and when he delays that hit, oh my goodness, I need to learn the timing of that now, because he intentionally delays his hit, so you can't just stick to the same guard pattern. I probably need to start listening and like making sure that I can hear and process it that way. Maybe that's how I go about this. I have to listen rather than react to visual cues. I react to the audio cue of his parry. Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay, I don't think he delayed a hit there, so all bets are off if that's actually gonna work. I guess that's another thing I could consider. I can attack him to cancel out his sweeping move, and that might actually benefit me more, seeing as I can't seem to hit him reliably in it.
I want nothing but your very best.
I don't think I'm going to remember to do that, honestly. Plus, if I do dodge it appropriately, it's probably best if I just learn how to dodge it appropriately, because then I get a hit in if I can hit him with it. I think it's also just certain angles are easier to manage. Okay, there we go. Some good parries. I'm slow on the attack still. I need to be more confident. I know that it's a 4-hit combo, so okay, I dashed right into that.
Come on, get
Like, see,
back
that's
up.
the issue. Like, I'm trying to dodge diagonally into the upper quadrant of that circle, and it's just not working. I dashed horizontally there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll get better at it over time. That I can promise. But I think I just have to slow my roll and just slip in a cheeky singular hit every now and again. Like that. Because I know I can't combo him. He is specifically designed to not be comboable, it seems. Darn it, he got me. Like, that's what I mean. I have to focus on the audio cue rather than the visual cue, or I get hit. We've almost got him. If I get one more hit, I think we get him to the next phase, which is cool. Oh, too fast. Got him. There we go. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, it's always weird when they say the same thing. Oh, okay. No delayed attacks. But I delayed my attack. Man, he gives you such a little window to get the attack in after he does his combo. Oh, well, I dashed the wrong way. Oh no, shockwave. Got it. Okay, that's actually a little bit easier to deal with, I think. As long as I'm not caught in the center when he starts charging it up. Alright, so now he does 2 slashes instead of 1. That's good to know. When he does his little, like, sheath the sword slash sort of strike. Oh, I can't believe I parried that. That was kind of delayed. Alright. Oh, come on, I dodged that. Alright. Doing better. Okay, I can get a hit. Nope, okay. Got that. Oh, at least he's keeping me topped off on HP, but I know he's going to punish me for guarding too much. Alright, we won it this time, so I do get to damage him a little bit if I get him caught in that. I know in his later phases he doesn't let you damage him. It's just kind of like a neutral, shouldn't have even bothered sort of scenario. Alright, this should be a hit. Nope, never mind, I didn't even try to take it. Dodge that, dodge that. Oh my god, Kiwi.
Excellence is not an art, it's pure habit. We are what we repeatedly.
If that isn't the truth, my man, I will repeatedly try to fight you until I finally dodge that attack properly. I don't know what to say. You can tell I'm getting a little tilted, but it's my own fault. It's entirely my own fault. These are avoidable hits, I think. Right now I'm just focusing on parrying. It'll heal me. Never mind. Alright, I'm gonna cut ahead.
He said it. Excellence is a habit.
Alright, Kiwi. I fast-forwarded a little bit. I'm just skipping until I get to a better section of potential victory. One thing that I've definitely realized is I need to focus on listening. His delayed attacks and his melee combo have gotten me, but if I focus on listening,
Watch me.
the visual, the motion that he makes,
Get back up. You can't give up now.
I guess I'd call it a feint. He does a little feint before he actually attacks, but the sound effect and the white flash of his attack is actually the cue for you to guard. So if I focus on that, he will never get another melee hit in that I can't parry. I just have to be ready for it. And again, these sweeps are really the challenge for me, but I think I'm getting a little bit more consistent. Alright, see? Alright. One more hit, and I'm not even going to try to hit him more than once. And if I don't feel like I'm going to get the hit, what can I say? I'm still not consistent at those, but he only uses them for the first 2 phases. If I can get through the first 2 phases, we're fine.
Let it out. I want to see you shine.
Alright. Focus on hearing, and that was my fault. I fell for the feint. And still falling for that move, too. At least he gives you a lot of time to react to that shockwave, even if you are in the center by him. Alright, one more hit and we're through. Oh, he delayed that a little bit, I think. Okay, come on. What was I going to do, Kiwi? It was against the wall, the safe spot again.
It's pure habit.
I really wish they would reposition before they do that sort of move. It feels kind of unfair. It's still the safe spot is still there, but it's so much harder to dodge into because there's just not enough room to move. Alright. Need to get 5 hits altogether, I believe. That's 2. This one will give me a free 3rd one. Yeah, that one's probably one of the easiest mechanics to deal with. Alright, I'm ready for... darn it. I saw the feint and I still fell for it. Okay, one more hit. Alright, well, we can iframe through that, or like what it's a damage boost through that. Okay, we're good. We're clear. We're past the 2nd phase. We've got this, Kiwi. Bring out the ore.
Move well. You're reading me quite quickly.
This is... I love the little set piece
Let's
here.
see how predictable you think I am now.
Oh, at least I don't... this is maybe easier? Okay, remember, react to sound. I can do this, Kiwi. I know I can do this. I figure I can just dodge past that. Alright, you're gonna delay an attack, maybe? No, you're not. Okay, free hit.
Focus on the work at hand.
I'm not even gonna try and attack him until he...
Are you sure you're ready? Do you need...
I'm sure I can do this. I can't do this, Kiwi. He is a tough boss. These feints really get you because you get into the mindset of you need to, like, keep his pattern. All right, this time I got it. I'm learning. Listen to the sound. There we go. Okay, I think I'm getting it now. I'm getting it. Just listen. I was ready. All right. I think I can do this. There we go. Phase 4. Now things get dark and glowy.
You have more strength than you think. Stay with me
All right.
through this.
Now, when my original playthrough, I got super greedy here and tried to slip hits in between this. Oh my goodness, that does half my HP. I'm not going to get greedy here. I'm just going to take my time, focus on parrying when appropriate, dodging when appropriate. Oh, you can attack him through his super armor. Good to know. But I'm not going to be that fancy. Here comes the shockwaves again. Remember, they do half my HP. Just confirming. Yeah, they do half my HP, I guess. Oh my goodness. But at least he does so many melee attacks in this that I have a pretty reliable chance of healing. I just need to remember to listen to the audio cues. Bail out, bail back in. Nope, too slow.
Come on. Give me something memorable. Something I can learn from that will make me better.
Don't worry, weird samurai dude. We've got this. I'd be curious to know what all these characters' names are, because based on what the Burst had said, or no, not the Burst, the Flame had said, they do, in theory, all have names. We just don't really get to find them out. They all just have their titles, like the Edge, the Scale, the Line, etc. Alright, I tried to get greedy. Let's not get greedy. Let's bail out, bail back in, get some hits in. I really feel like I can only get one hit in, or he will punish me. But I am getting better at parrying now. I've learned that I just need to listen. Be patient, listen, and don't react to the visual cues. Honestly, maybe I just close my eyes. My eyes are currently closed, Kiwi. And it's working. Actually, wow, okay, closing my eyes for those are actually working a lot better than keeping them open. This is like straight out of a samurai film. Like, I feel like, I don't know, this is really silly, but apparently closing my eyes for the hardest boss fight in the game is what works. I wish you could see this, but I actually, closing my eyes. Well, I opened my eyes because I got a pop-up and it cost me, oh no, or an achievement. Okay, one more hit, Kiwi, we can do this. Closing eyes. Just kidding, I peeked open. But at least we didn't die. I have a chance. This can kill me here, so I have to be extra careful with this dodging. Okay, let him come to me now. And parry, parry, eyes are closed. Okay, there we go. We beat him. Huh. Who would have thought that the trick to beating the hardest boss in the game was closing your eyes? I certainly wouldn't have. But there we go. I don't know, it felt like a lot longer than 20 minutes to beat him, but I was like in the zone in that last bit. Ooh, tough fight. And now we're gonna be fighting the, what is it? The song, not the song. I don't know, I've forgotten what this boss's name is, because admittedly she is the most forgettable boss, or maybe not, honestly. It's very interesting how she is meant to be a very different type of boss compared to this one. This one was meant to be extremely difficult, and the next one is much harder. Or sorry, this one was meant to be very difficult and the next one is much easier, although we'll see how that plays out in inferior difficulty. I already see we're basically going to be running a bullet hell, but that's fine. I can manage this. I'm just going to get hit along the way, but that's kind of typical for me, isn't it? I'm trying to charge up my dash and it's sort of working and sort of not. Oh wow,
All of my people out there, they're counting on me.
Okay, that didn't work at all, so maybe I just spam dash.
Go back.
Yeah, that's probably the better way to go about this. And then I can charge dash when I need to. Parry will work a bit too, but it's hard because the hits are a little bit staggered there.
To let you go out, that is a fate worse than death.
Okay, so she looks like a boss that I'm going to really have to focus on shooting. Fair enough. Oh, didn't see that coming. Oh, goodness. It's fine. I can do this. Oh boy.
Go back.
Anyway, I guess I was kind of rambling about my experience with organic chemistry. I'll go back on that topic a little bit more, because this feels like it's basically just shoot, parry, and then dodge pretty consistently, and once I get the rhythm, I think I'm good. So, yeah, so I ended up teaching organic chemistry at my undergrad college as a TA, and then actually as an adjunct professor over the course of 6 years, I think I was there. I remember when we were in grad school and met, several of my classmates saw me grading exams in the during our first week of classes.
Why are you here?
Because
here? What are you
so
doing
I was
this?
teaching the summer course, and I grad second. I was teaching grad school, or sorry, I was getting. We were in grad school, and our first 2 weeks of grad school were the last 2 weeks of the summer course of the undergrad organic chemistry course. So I was.
I wanted to be here. Where else would I be? Here is where I can make a difference.
So several of our classmates just saw me sitting there grading organic chemistry papers,
Yes, I am paying the price for my people's freedom, but it's worth it.
and I was just having so much fun because I mean it was like for lack of what is it, not so, it was like the go over the syllabus sort of classes where like my attention only needed to be like partway there, and it was at the point of like teaching that organic chemistry was pretty second nature to me, so like I could easily focus on things around me while also solving problems.
Go back.
And the cool thing about when you grade papers is you will see students make consistent mistakes, so they're kind of like the same pattern over and over again. And you, man, Kiwi, I've said it before and I'll say it again, shockwaves are probably second to lasers, but they do not treat me well in this game. No, they do not. I really would be upset if I had to restart this fight. I would be very upset with myself if I had to do that. Let's hope not. Oh my goodness, I was running on the edge of that shockwave quite a bit there. Anyway, just focus on shooting, but mostly on dodging. I can... oh goodness, I'm one hit from death. Okay, can I do this? Can I do this? This isn't great, Kiwi. Oh no! Oh man, that's embarrassing. Well, I guess they did make...
The last guardian.
She is the last guardian, we're almost there. But I know the star comes after this and probably the flame. So, we're not over the hill just yet. Oh hey, I parried that, nice. Oh, that clipped me. Darn it. They all do 2 damage too, which is... oh no. Well, I think I'm just going to accept that I'm going to take a death here while I'm running. Oh, how did that not hit me? I'm just going to accept that there is going to be a
Said you were
death.
a monster.
We have died 69 times in this speedrun so far, and we're 2.5 hours in. Kiwi, if you care about the deaths per minute, that's up to you. Or the deaths per hour,
To let you go out?
I guess.
That is a fate worse than
Anyway,
death.
but yeah, it was cool. I just got so good at the subject from all the time that I committed to understanding it. And then the one thing I learned in undergrad is the fastest way to master a subject and learn a subject to its full capacity is to teach it. And so my first year, there was definitely still a lot of growing pains of things I needed to learn, and even my second year. But the more I taught, the more I learned, and the more I loved the subject matter.
Who are you really? Why are you here? Why are you doing
I mean,
this?
it's interesting how organic chemistry plays into my strengths. I am very, very good at pattern recognition. I mean, you can see it in video games too. Like, my muscle memory is extremely strong, so I'm really good at patterns, but I am not the best at, like, I think it's like, what is it, procedural versus declarative memory.
I wanted to be here. Where else would I be? Here is where I can make a
Declarative
difference.
memory is kind of like remembering...
Yes, I am paying the price for my people's freedom, but it's worth it.
Declarative memory is like remembering names and individual facts, whereas procedural memory is more patterns and like, well, just that, patterns. So like, I was always bad at remembering the name of a reaction, but I could very easily remember how it worked.
All of my people out there, they're counting on me.
Like if you gave me the reagent and the reagents together and whatever solution they're mixed in, I could pretty reliably say, oh, it's this reaction, even if I can't put a name to it. But eventually I did learn the names too, because I had to be on a common ground of explaining things to my students, and if they don't know what I'm talking about beyond the patterns, well, it's not exactly helpful. Not helpful to them, at least. I mean, the patterns are half the battle, really, but there is a lot of memorization that comes with organic chemistry. That's no doubt about it, but for me, even without memorizing individual reactions, I could often predict how they would react.
I look at you and I don't understand. We're so alike.
Because while organic chemistry is a lot of memorization, it's a lot of memorization of, like, set in stone or very predictable rules. Oh my goodness. You know, they heard I don't like lasers and shockwaves, and they gave me both, and platforms, so I'm taking extra damage from getting knocked off the platforms too. Oh, I think I just rushed this. I need to get out of here ASAP. Aha! Okay, that's fine.
Fall back, please.
Looks like that's the last laser cannon, so I just have to get past this one up ahead, and we might be safe. Yeah, because now they're going to do that weird cutscene, if I recall. Yep, okay. We're good. We made it past the scary part. And, this is where the boss fight gets a lot easier, I'm going to guess. Like, she's going to mostly be meleeing that I can parry, and that's fine. But I guess while this cutscene's going on, long story short, organic chemistry is part and parcel one of my biggest like coming of age stories, which is going to sound weird, but that's how I kind of view it. It taught me what my strengths were. It taught me that I'm good at communication, good at education, and I found a career path in it. And now I kind of travel all over the place, just talking and teaching, and it's a lot of fun.
You can't go out there. Don't you understand? If you
But why don't we go ahead and wrap this boss up, and then we only, in theory, we only have the star, the what is it, the flame and the star left. Alright, let's see if I can charge this up and get a, oop, I got a fancy. Oh, this is like the rudest way to finish her. I am sorry. But there we go, Kiwi. Only a couple more bosses to go, Kiwi. I hope you've enjoyed watching. And if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.